Good morning, SKN. I'm Jamie Morris.
And I'm Alicia Daniel Blake.
All right, we begin today with a brief look at the weather. It's partly cloudy with a 40% or moderate chance of brief passing morning showers. A high of 84 degrees and a low of 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And again, I nailed it 3 days in a row. 72 seems to be my lucky number. I'm going to play a lot today, Alicia.
Yes, you should.
All right, so it's Friday.
Yeah.
Yay! Yay! Indeed. Alicia's laughing. Guys, don't worry. We don't have a hologram or anything. Kortensia's not having an out-of-body experience.
Yes, you've got me for today, so I'll have fun with you guys today.
Always a fun time. Usually you're on the other side of the camera, but they don't see you ordinarily, but we always have a blast anyway. Yes.
And so for our local news from Win Media, daughter of the soil, Willa Liebert Tavernier, a research impact and open scholarship librarian at Indiana University, conceived and made reality an idea for an open source digital resource collection chronicling the experience of African Americans in gaining and losing wealth. The collection is called Land Wealth Liberation Digital Resource, and it details the experiences of African Americans exploring how Black communities were established and the various ways in which they were inevitably destroyed, some by violence, government policy, and infrastructure projects. The resource is an interactive timeline with photos, videos, historical information, and resources for educators covering 1820 to 2020. The timeline indicates the American Colonization Society and Missouri Compromise in 1820, the Civil War in the 1860s, Tulsa in 1921, the New Deal era in 1930s, and the period referred to as the urban renewal from the 1940s to the 1970s. Additionally, the material also explores Black Wall Street, early settlements of African American communities, survivors of destroyed communities, allyship, and other overlooked aspects of African American history in America. When Win News team spoke with Tavernier in an exclusive interview where she shared the inspiration for the creation of the digital resource, citing her unique experience as a national of St. Kitts and Nevis.
This is so very interesting to me.
Yes. And the fact that she was able to use her skill as a librarian to bring all of this to the fore is creditable.
Absolutely remarkable indeed. Absolutely remarkable. All right, so moving on to our second story by way of a Nevis Island Administration press release. Members of the Concerned Citizens Movement-led Nevis Island Administration expressed profound sadness as they paid formal tribute to former Premier of Nevis, the late Excellency Ambassador Vance Winkworth Amory, during a special sitting of the Nevis Island Assembly on April 19, 2022. Premier the Honorable Mark Brantley, leader of the CCM, highlighted the life, courage, sacrifice, and legacy of Mr. Amory. He said the former Premier's life as a father, husband, teacher, cricketer, banker, ambassador, and politician was a model of excellence. He said, quote, "For my part, I had the honor of working with him and for a number of years rather, and there was never a day then since that I was not proud of that fact. Over the years, Vance instilled in me a sense of courage and steadfastness in the pursuit of principles that has served me well. His life was a portrait of leadership, and he exemplified the qualities of a great leader. As our party and political leader, he put principles above politics. His was to serve a cause greater than his own self-interest." The Honorable Eric Evelyn, Minister of Youth and Community Development in the NIA and Area Representative for St. George, Gingerland, pointed out that because the Honorable Amory had been born in Rollins Village and had represented the constituency for 33 years, he was extra special to the people of St. George, Gingerland. Minister Evelyn said, quote, "We, the people of St. George, Gingerland, are exceptionally proud to have produced such a statesman, such a leader, such a visionary, such a humanitarian, such a pioneer. We are proud that under his leadership, housing, electricity, water, and much more were revolutionized, which has redounded to the benefit of all nationals, residents, and visitors alike." End quote. His legacy lives on, Alicia.
Yes, it's a sad occasion, and condolences to his family and friends. However, I didn't know so much about The Honorable Vance Avery.
It's amazing what you find out once people actually take the time to notice. So again, his legacy lives on. Great politician indeed.
Yes, indeed. And now from SKNIS, Dorian Edmeade, Environmental Education Officer in the Ministry of Environment and Cooperatives, is currently in Santiago, Chile, representing the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis at the first meeting of the Conference of the Parties, COP1, to the Escazú Agreement, which runs from April 20th to 22nd at the Economic Commission for Latin America and the Caribbean, ECLAC, headquarters. Mr. Edmeade, who serves as the country's focal point for the agreement, said, St. Kitts and Nevis is one of 24 countries who has signed the agreement and one of 12 party states which have also ratified. This shows the commitment and dedication that the government of St. Kitts and Nevis made to create a safer and sustainable environment for our current and future generations. This is a landmark, multilateral instrument that will provide a framework for matters of the environment and can be used to safeguard vulnerable groups and remove barriers that impede or hinder the full exercise of environmental human rights. At the meeting, Mr. Edmeade will address the conference, highlighting the Federation's commitment to the Escazú Agreement and its obligations, and how small island developing states, SIDS, can benefit from becoming a party to the treaty. Commendable. Yes, we're making our status felt at even these large environmental meetings.
That's so very important. Very important indeed. Well, there you have it.
Yes.
For the latest on this Friday morning. We'll be back with more Good Morning SKN in a moment, everyone. Stay tuned.
Consuming foods like bananas, potatoes, and dried peas and beans, such as lentils and kidney beans, contains potassium, which helps to reduce salt in the body.
Everyone is encouraged to adopt a healthy and positive approach to daily life. Here are a few friendly reminders.
When you go to the local market and food vendors, remember to maintain a social distance of 6 feet or 2 meters apart, and always wear your mask.
Always keep your hands clean. Wash your hands with soap and water, or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. When dining, choose restaurants with staggered seating. This will lower the risk of transmission.
If you have a fever, cough, or other respiratory symptoms, please wear a mask and seek medical care immediately. Rest at home and do not visit the food vendors, local markets, or restaurants.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
We now continue with the latest in regional news. Antigua and Barbuda Prime Minister Brown to receive American Foundation for the University of the West Indies Legacy Award, and this from the Antigua Observer. Prime Minister Gaston Brown is set to receive the American Foundation for the University of the West Indies, that is the AFUWI Legacy Award for leadership in facilitating nation building, strengthening regional alliances, and creating a legacy that future generations can build on. According to a release from the government's Director General of Communications, Maurice Merchant, Brown will travel to New York this week and will be presented with the prestigious award on Thursday. In his letter to Prime Minister Brown to announce the award, Vice Chancellor of the University of the West Indies, Sir Hilary Beckles, said the AFUWI is proud of Brown's accomplishments as Prime Minister and Minister for Finance and Corporate Governance. Sir Hilary wrote, quote, "Your passion and commitment to improving the lives of the people of your country are evidenced by the many initiatives you and your administration have implemented to address matters germane to nation building. These include increasing the housing stock, reducing unemployment, improving healthcare via the upgrade of plant and equipment, increasing the number of medical practitioners, infrastructure upgrades of airports and seaports, funding for venture capital and entrepreneurial endeavors, and increasing investment in building a robust and competitive tourism industry." End quote. It's always great to be acknowledged, is it not?
Yes, it is indeed.
For things that affect a large cross-section of the population, so quite a remarkable honor indeed.
Yes. And now for international news. Israeli jet fighters attack Gaza for second time in a week from Al Jazeera. Israel has carried out air raids in the central Gaza Strip for the second time this week, according to witnesses, with its military saying its fighter jets attacked an underground complex used to produce rocket engines. The raids came before dawn on Thursday. There were no immediate reports of casualties. Witnesses told Al Jazeera that the attacks damaged several homes in the Al-Bujij refugee camp in central Gaza. Earlier in the night, a rocket fired from Gaza struck southern Israel, causing slight damage to a house but no injuries. Israeli police said 4 more rockets were also fired from Gaza. The Israeli military said following its raids on the besieged coastal enclave, but were intercepted by air defense systems. No Palestinian faction claimed responsibility for the rocket launches. In a statement, Hamas, the group that administers Gaza, said that Israel's bombing will only make Palestinians more determined to resist the occupation and set up their support for Jerusalem and its people. Streaks of light are seen as Israel's Iron Dome anti-missile system intercepts rockets launched from the Gaza Strip. The exchanges came after nearly a month of deadly violence in Israel and the Palestine focused on Jerusalem's flashpoint, Al-Aqsa Mosque compound, known to the Jews as the Temple Mount. So as we noted previously, conflict continues around the world. So it's not just Ukraine and Russia.
Unfortunately so, Alicia. And, epic proportions, generations. It's crazy out there. It's crazy out there, but it's safe in here.
It's safe in St. Kitts.
Safe in here.
Well, there you have it today. That's the latest.
We'll be back in a moment. Stay tuned.
As a hypertensive patient, in my home, I reduce salt intake by not adding salt during the preparation of my food, not having a salt shaker on my table, limiting the consumption of salty snacks, and choosing products with low sodium content. That's why I am Salt Smart.
Welcome to your favorite day of the week, Friday. It's Infused Friday, and you've guessed right, we have another marvelous infused water recipe for you today. Strawberry, lemon, and green tea infused water. So let me introduce you to the benefits one can expect from this selection. Strawberries. These potent little packages protect your heart, increases HDL, which is good cholesterol, lower blood pressure, and guard against cancer. Packed with vitamins, fiber, and particularly high levels of antioxidants known as polyphenols. Strawberries are a sodium-free, fat-free, cholesterol-free, and low-calorie food. The bottom line is lemons contain a high amount of vitamin C, soluble fiber and plant compounds that give them a number of health benefits. Lemons may aid weight loss and reduce your risk of heart disease, anemia, kidney stones, digestive issues and cancer. And finally, green tea contains healthy bioactive compounds. These compounds can improve brain function, increase fat burning. The antioxidants may lower the risk of some cancers, contribute to the prevention of type 2 diabetes, and assist in the prevention of cardiovascular disease, also in the protection of the brain from aging and reduce bad breath. Amazing benefits. Let's get infusing. Here are the ingredients. 1 bag of green tea, 3/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of hot water, 1 lemon halved, juiced and half sliced, a handful of strawberries halved, and ice cubes for serving. Directions. Place tea bag in a cup of hot water, let it steep for 5 minutes, then remove, and let it cool before pouring into a jug or pitcher. Add the remaining ingredients and let it infuse for 30 minutes before serving into a large glass filled with ice. So delightful. Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
The continued fight against COVID-19 requires the continued practice of public health measures across all sectors and in every community. Frequent and proper hand washing, wearing face masks, and physical distancing. Do you know who is not physical distancing? The Aedes aegypti mosquito. Let's avoid overloading our healthcare systems. This means simultaneously protecting yourselves and your loved ones from all disease, including mosquito-borne illness like dengue fever, Zika, and chikungunya viruses. Did you know that dengue is the most common mosquito-borne viral disease in the world? So let's get to work. Use window and door screens to keep mosquitoes out. Change the water in vases and scrub inside surfaces to remove mosquito eggs. Avoid using saucers with potted plants to prevent collection of water. Securely cover water barrels and drums with mosquito netting and properly fitted covers. Scrub the inside walls of water barrels and drums with detergent 1 to 2 times per week. Walk around the outside of your home and remove or overturn containers that can collect water and become breeding sites. Mosquitoes only need a small amount of water to lay their eggs. Remove unwanted cans, bottles, buckets, or used tires. Other items still in use must be properly stored in covered areas to avoid water settling in them. Clean roof gutters and air conditioner trays. Debushing and removing tall grass from around your home or establishment is also key to reducing mosquito populations. To decrease your risk of being bitten by infected mosquitoes, use proven personal protective methods too. Apply an effective mosquito repellent to exposed areas of skin according to manufacturer's instructions. Wear light-colored long pants and shirts while outdoors in the early morning and late afternoons. Further, protect vulnerable family members like pregnant women, children, the elderly, and persons who are unwell by using mosquito nets to sleep or rest, even during the day. Fight the bite and protect yourself and your family too from mosquito-borne diseases. This message is brought to you by the Pan American Health Organization, Office for Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean countries.
各位朋友，大家好. Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning, SKN. Ciao, bango!
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Fashion is not just about wearing trendy clothes. It's a combination of clothing, accessories, hairstyles, and even makeup to make a statement. Today, on GMSKN Expressions, we are speaking to two women who know exactly how to make a fashion statement. We warmly welcome Narissa Watley and Valissa Thomas, the consultants at Deluxe SKN. Welcome, ladies. Hi. So first off, in both of your opinions, why is it important to be fashionable? Who wants to start first?
Well, for me, fashion is an expression, you know, that's how you express yourself. That's the first thing, that's the first visible thing that people see, and it differentiates you from anyone else in the room, especially. Yes, a bold one. So I like to think of fashion as your mood. It depicts your mood of the day, the way you dress. It just brightens the day because looking good makes you feel good, doesn't it?
Okay, can I jump in here? So if I am feeling down, what would you say about that? Still look good.
You still have to look good. Like, put your all into your fashion. I was introduced to fashion on this broad level by Narissa. She put me out there. Even though I have a love for fashion, like expressing it even more, she pushed me to that level. Yes, that's my fashion.
So it can lift your mood, I guess.
Of course.
And Narissa?
Of course, I totally agree, because and I like to go back to Island Therapy. She put it into perspective. She would say, "Oh, you like to dress up, but it's called self-soothing," and it does. It really self-soothes. Well, for me, and I know other persons have their ish, but whenever you put on or put pieces together and you step outside and you get a compliment, that's where it comes from. When you get that compliment, like, "Oh, you look so lovely." Like this morning, this man was like, "You know what? In December, you could become queen." And I was like, "Because he saw my dress." So, you know, fashion, as Valissa said, it's a way of expressing yourself, and in turn, it makes you feel good.
I like that.
All right, so I'm looking at both of you, and I have to say, very vibrant colors, and I can't pick one thing to look at on both of you, because everything that you're wearing, from the hair right down to the feet, it's like extremely fashionable. So I want to talk a little bit about coordination. I know that when you're picking something out, it might be, you say expressive, "I like this." How do you make sure that it blends, or perhaps maybe it shouldn't? What do you say to that? It stands out, it's that signature piece.
Well, in fashion right now, everything goes. You know, if you look to the internet, you look to Instagram, everything goes. So what we call color blocking, where you have two colors that in true essence, they don't go together, but when you put them together, they pop. So for example, I'm wearing orange, and what you could mix orange with is yellow. You could mix orange with blue, and I'm going to show you that later, and you're going to see how it pops. Another thing about colors and coordinating is that there is this other type of style that's called monochrome, where you wear all of the same color and it still pops. Don't ask me how, but it does. It just does.
I like the monochromatic look. I do love the monochromatic. Elisa's smiling because she knows that. I do.
Okay. You said things blend together now in terms of colors. What about patterns? Say, for example, could you mix polka dot with stripes?
Oh, yes, you can. You can mix polka dots with stripes. You could mix polka dots with leopard print, but you just have, don't overdo it. Please don't. Because I know some persons, because they hear that they go together, then they go all out. You know, so what you do is that you put most of the attention where you have less of something. So it's like if you are not big busted, then you put more of the attention here. So then it pulls away from if you have wide hips. So it kind of proportions you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great, that makes a lot of sense. Is it possible to be fashionable on a budget?
Oh, that's my question. Okay, so can you be fashionable on a budget? You can and you can't. I say you can because, okay, you could set aside a certain amount of money and you say this is what you're working with. But to say that you're going to be fashionable and cheap, because when people hear budget, they think that you should buy cheap. Here's what I think about that, and this is just me personally. I bought from Rainbow, and we all know Rainbow. Rainbow is, you know, you just want something cheap. You go to the States and you want to make your money stretch, so you get the Rainbow stuff. And of course, I've bought from Rams, I've bought from Polo Company, and so forth. But what I find, and I'm not knocking buying cheap, but what I found is that when you buy extra cheap, it ends up and costs you more than if you bought something from, let's say, H&M. Because I have some H&M pieces, and I have them for like 2-3 years now.
Well, that's a long time.
in fashion, in ladies' fashion right now, that's a very long time. Right? But I had an experience where I bought a pants from the Chinese, and yeah, I bought a pants, but I went into the Chinese grocery store and they had some pants, and the pattern was really jumped out at me. So I was like, oh, let me try this. It was like for $20. Okay, so I bought the pants, and I talked about it on the Instagram, said, oh, I got this and so forth and so forth. And I want to see how it goes. By the end of the day, the pants disintegrated.
Yeah, okay.
So I lost the $20 that I spent. You see what I'm saying? I lost the $20 I spent, and then now I have to go and buy something else.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So it's like, it makes sense to save the money, the budget, spend it on something that is quality so that you would save the money in the long run. And that is being fashionable on a budget. That's to me.
And you get to wear it more than once.
Exactly.
Well, hey.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. All right, so we'll take a quick break, but we'll be back to talk with you on the other side of it. Stay tuned, everyone.
Children, how can you tell a tsunami coming?
Teacher me.
Sammy?
My mother said when uncle jump in the pool and the water spoosh out, that's how you tell a tsunami coming.
Settle down, children, settle down. Do you remember our tsunami song?
Yes!
Mommy, Uncle not here in the other shake.
Hush your mouth.
Daddy, Uncle not here and the sea gone.
Who cares? You don't see all them free fish? Quick, give me the bag.
This is how you tell a tsunami a come. Teacher says so. I would have failed in school, you know.
Sammy, come, let me go. They would have failed anyhow. Let me run, see Sammy.
Ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I coming Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We are speaking with Narissa Watley and Phyllis Thomas, consultants at Deluxe SKN. Narissa is going to demonstrate to us how she would make her outfit pop with some accessories, and that's exactly why we have this lovely display here. So without further ado, please take it away.
Okay, so how I'm going to pop my white orange dress that was made by Empire Wear. So this was locally made, tailored just to my beautiful body. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I have 2 sets of accessories that I'm going to add. So I'm going to start with what I'm wearing right now, because I'm wearing gold accessories, and I'm going to pair it with, because I'm going to change my look, I'm going to cinch my waist now with a belt. So those of you who love belts, that's what we use the belts for, apart from the fact that they are fashionable. Okay, so you're going to cinch your waist with the belt. And so you see, automatically my waist becomes smaller. Does it? Yeah.
That's a magic trick.
It's magic. Right? So I use, I could say? No? Okay. I use the belt to cinch my waist. Add, am I going right? Okay. Okay. So I cinch the waist with the belt, and I'm also wearing transparent shoes with the gold details. So it's the gold detail on the belt and the gold detail on the shoes and my pretty orange toes. And I'm going to pair it now with my monochrome colors and orange bag. I know that typically you would be like, no, I need another color bag because, you know, it's gonna look better with another color bag. But you can wear the same color bag as what you are wearing and it still pops. Okay, so this is outfit number 1, because it's an outfit. Okay. So I'm going to another occasion in my orange dress.
Okay, question.
And, yeah.
So the orange is the bag is a little shade different. Right. Does that make a difference in terms of it popping?
Yes, it does. Because it's like contrast. Right. So this is like a dull orange, but it's still bright. And then this is the shade of the bag is brighter.
Okay.
Right. So it does. Okay, so outfit number 2, because I have another event to go to, but I'm wearing the same orange dress.
Oh no, that's not allowed, is it?
Oh yes, it is allowed. It is allowed nowadays. You are going to wear that beautiful piece that you have at home. Now that's the budget right there.
Yeah.
That's the budget right there. So I'm going to use another belt because we're belting it. Yeah.
Well, we know what the belt is for. It's about cinching the waist.
Cinching the waist. Right.
Okay.
So add another belt, and I added another color. So yeah, added another color. And this is my color blocking segment now. So I cinch the waist. Add another color, and it's like, ooh, can I get ooh? Ooh, right. Right. I'm gonna take out the gold.
Oh, you're changing the earrings.
You can do the gold with this, but I'm gonna even pop it more.
We've got a lot of pop-a-lees here.
Yes. Yeah, we're popping. We're definitely popping. So I'm gonna pop it with.
I gotta say, those earrings are signature pieces.
Oh yes. Yeah. The statement pieces.
Yes, they do make a statement.
Because. Okay. Wow. And that's how you feel when you know you have those accessories, or you put your outfit together and you get a wow. Yeah. So my accessories are from, or our accessories are from Cutesy Accessories, and like you said, we at Cutesy Accessories help you to make a yes, a bold statement. A picture perfect statement. Because you know, when you go to events, because this is what we do. When we go to events, before you start to enjoy the event, you take your pictures. So you take your pictures.
Oh, that's the trick.
Yes, you take your pictures, you make sure that you're set, and then you go along your journey. And so I'm going to pair it now with a turquoise bag, because the earrings are actually a mixture of royal blue and turquoise.
Okay.
The belt is actually royal blue, but it's metallic, so it has that turquoise look to it also. And so I paired it with my turquoise bag, and then I'm gonna finish my popping with blue shoes.
Nice.
And I know that we know that a colored shoe in 2022 is what we do.
Oh,
okay?
There you go.
Yes, a colored shoe is what we do in 2022. So this is our color blocking outfit number 2.
Nice.
Okay, so this is what we do.
Well, speaking of what you do, again, for our public, in case they missed it, what services do you offer?
We offer styling services on a broad scale. We style you from your closet. We shop for you. We do personal shopping. Of course, we love that. We style for events, for photo shoots, for video shoots.
We did a video shoot for a young upcoming artist. Her name is Erica Edwards.
Okay.
So you could check out her video on YouTube. She has a beautiful voice. Very petite, she has a beautiful voice.
And her face matches it, you say.
So we have our personal style. So that's what we do.
We offer styling services for men too.
Yes.
Imagine that.
Oh,
You see
yeah.
the way she's looking at me?
Yes,
I think she's saying you need it.
Okay. So how do we reach you? How do your customers get to you?
Okay, we have an Instagram page that's called Deluxe SKN, and you could send us a DM and we respond quite quickly.
Well, that's good to know. It's all about service
Yes.
and style.
Yes.
And making statements.
And making statements. And
Yes,
popping.
Well, thank you for popping by our way today. Definitely worth it. Appreciate what you do. Thank you for showing us the glam looks. I know I'm going to try a few. Not really. Yes. Anyway.
Me, maybe.
Yes, definitely Alicia. All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Bless up, Dejo here, and I'm doing my part in the fight against COVID-19 by following all safety protocols and, most importantly, rolling up my sleeve for the vaccine. So I'm encouraging you to do the same, because that's our best shot of protecting ourselves, our family, and our friends. So don't wait, vaccinate. Let's roll up to roll out.
It's only just a phase. Once we're vaccinated, and everybody gonna be safe. Everybody gonna be one safe. Kind, one people. We are roll up to roll up. Cause no man's alone. Do what's right. Cause I love you. Brother, my sister. And we're in this together. My sister, my brother. I don't wanna lose you. I love you too much. I think it's better for us, yeah. It's better for us. Hey, I don't wanna lose you. I love you too much, yeah. It's better for us. Tell your mommy to roll up, to roll out.
Where are you going? I just mopped the floor and now the chair leaving marks all over the place. Come on, go in bed, see? Sometimes I just can't take you on.
Violence is expressed in many ways. Most, unfortunately, go unreported or unaddressed for many reasons. If you or someone disabled is being abused, contact the police at 465-2241, social services at 467-1314, or the St. Kitts Nevis Association of Disabled Persons at 465-2151, 663-9077, or 663-4116. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
These teen boys nowadays get me so upset. I see these teen girls with their big bellies and you want to tell me y'all couldn't protect her and yourself? Come on. Now don't tell me no stupidness about you feel embarrassed about getting a pack of condoms or asking somebody for one. That ain't nothing to be ashamed about. You should be proud that you are making a wise decision, but you still have to abstain from having sex with someone under the age of consent. If your boys are pressuring you to have sex and you don't want to, then don't. You are in charge of your life, not them. I heard another one saying it's sweeter without a condom. But my granny always told me, no glove, no love. So let me tell you something. It's sweeter to have money in your pockets and not have to support a child at that young age. Before I say anything else, the best way to prevent teenage pregnancy is to abstain. In other words, no do it. Let me talk to the big men troubling underage girls.
Why you sleeping with your daughter? You're not live clean. Your girl at 16, and your daughter at 13. So girl look me, but me know in that. Big man no deal with back pamba.
I understand where I'm coming from, right?
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
In our previous segment, we spoke to Narissa Watley and Valissa Thomas about how to make a fashion statement. We learned a lot. We learned that fashion is more than just about clothes. It's a combination of various elements, and one of those elements is actually nails. So today we have the pleasure of speaking with Shaki Charles, the owner of The Nail Shack. Welcome to Good Morning SKN, Shaki.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm so excited to be here and I'm grateful.
All right. First off, can I see your nails? I'm kidding. I'm so kidding, by the way. All right, so let's talk about The Nail Shack. Was that a play on your name, Shaki?
Yes. The last part, Shack, it stemmed from my name. I was kind of skeptical about putting my actual name on my business. I don't know, I think it's just a fear of, just putting yourself out there. But I've come to the realization that you can't be scared of these things. You have to. If you don't put it out there, no one will know, right? So I got the Shack from my first name. My coworkers actually call me Shack all day, all long. So I just I just wanted to put something together, and I just came up with The Nail Shack, and that was it for me. I just kind of put it out there, really.
That's a very catchy name.
Yeah, yes, it is. The Nail Shack. Yeah, it sounded fun and just
yes,
The Nail Shack. Yeah.
Okay. So when did you launch The Nail Shack?
I launched in October of 2021. Okay. It actually took me a whole year before I actually launched the business. Yes, I did a nail course in 2020 of October. And I used that year to kind of practice, sharpen the scale, try to see what I'm going with, because it was never really a plan, to be honest. I didn't do the nail course thinking I'm going to start a business.
Okay, so was it COVID that nudged you into this?
Yes.
Okay.
The big bad COVID. Yes, it was COVID. I just wanted to, I was over the whole COVID phase, aren't we all? And I just wanted to do something, can I do something different? Can I just randomly get up and just do something? It wasn't a plan at all. People who know me, they would think that I would get into hair over makeup. So when I do, over nails. And makeup as well, because I like a little beat. But the nails thing for me was just random, let me just do something. Over the COVID, I just want to try something different. So that's what it really was. It wasn't a plan at all. I didn't plan to come this far. I didn't plan to do anything with nails. Didn't plan to do a business. Nothing like that. It was just random.
So let's talk about how you got this far without a plan.
Well, I don't want to say that it wasn't a plan, because obviously after it got serious, after I saw the seriousness of it, people actually into this. Of course, then I had to pull out the book and start planning, But I did the nail course in 2020 of October. And after I did the course, it was successful. I just thought I could probably do my nails myself, With the whole COVID situation, you don't want to go to the salon all the time, and it's a higher risk of you, contracting, So I just thought maybe it could be something I can do myself, I never thought of just doing it, on people. I just wanted to learn how to do nails. I wanted to learn something new. And after the practicing and the, sharpening the scale, I did. I got better and better. I shared some of my work on my WhatsApp. Got most of the support from there. People were liking what they were seeing, and the funny thing is, the press-ons were never in the picture. The press-ons were just a backup plan because I wanted to get a nail shop and all of that, and it's just like, okay, that's not gonna happen. Can I do something else in the meanwhile? Because I don't want the skill to just go cold turkey on me, so I just like, can I do something else in the meanwhile? And I did the press-ons about in December. I actually started taking orders, and oh my gosh.
Right, so that's something we were going to ask you about.
Oh, okay.
How did you reach did you reach your target audience? And you're saying the bestseller was the press-on.
Yes, in December, I just put it out there, hey, I'm taking orders, and it just blew me. I didn't expect persons to be into press-ons. I just thought, like, nobody's gonna study press-ons. Everybody wanted long, fancy acrylic nails.
Yeah, I can tell.
So I was like, but most persons, they were last minute. They wanted to go to the Queen show. It's like, set up this for me quick. So I was just like, okay, this idea is something. Something is coming. So that's where it really stemmed from. And then after that, once January hit, I was like, okay, this is something.
And this is your niche.
This is it, yes. Yes, so that's what it really was.
Okay, cool.
All right, so let's talk about the difference now between, because obviously the demand is for press-ons. That's not where you thought it would have been, but you're going where the demand is, which is very wise of you as a businesswoman. What is the difference between, if there is one, between press-ons and acrylic nails?
It is. The main difference is it's faster. It's faster. It's I would say acrylic nails. It's more. I don't want to say permanent, but it lasts longer than the press-ons. The press-ons are more for, your last minute, or you maybe you have to work, because I type all day long. I don't want no long nails while I'm typing. Maybe you do that sort of work, so you want to just go out for the night, for the weekend. You pop on those press-ons and you can take them off and go back about your regular day. You're a mom, you have a toddler or a baby to deal with. You can be a little hot girl on the weekend, and then you come back home, you be a regular mom.
Yeah.
The thing I'll say though is that the press-on nails, you can do many designs, but just not so much as the acrylic. There are different ways to do them, and there are also acrylic press-on nails as well. There actually is. They're more sturdy, they're more long-lasting. But the good thing is that the press-ons, you can always reuse them. Once you take them off, you package them up, you put them aside, and you can always put them back on when you're going out again.
Yeah,
So
that's a good advantage.
And then on the weekend, you'd be a fly girl, you're rocking your nails, all of that.
Yeah.
So
that's a great advantage. And I like the time factor.
Yes.
Because if you're doing the normal acrylic, you have to go and sit there in a shop and hold your arms out to get this done. And then, as you mentioned, you can still do acrylics, but it's just that they can come off when you're ready for them to take.
Correct, yes.
Yep.
I'm getting lessons here. I'm getting lessons today. I'm getting lessons in fashion. I'm getting lessons in beauty. And I'm going to be back to get more lessons after this. Stay tuned, everyone. We'll be back in a moment.
Let's face it, most parents or guardians don't want to think about their teens having sex, let alone contemplate the possibility that they might get pregnant or get someone pregnant. Teenage pregnancy is a situation that involves female adolescents. A teenage female can be pregnant as early as age 12 or 13, although it is usually 14 and older. The fact that teenagers become pregnant is related to many factors. Here are some tips to decrease teen pregnancy. Teach teenagers comprehensive sex education. Target messages at teen boys, not just girls. Get the whole community involved. Encourage mentoring, parental involvement, and support. This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
Everyone is encouraged to adopt a healthy and positive approach to daily life. Here are a few friendly reminders.
When you go to the local market and food vendors, remember to maintain a social distance of 6 feet or 2 meters apart. And always wear your mask.
Always keep your hands clean. Wash your hands with soap and water or use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. When dining, choose restaurants with staggered seating. This will lower the risk of transmission.
If you have a fever, cough, or other respiratory symptoms, please wear a mask and seek medical care immediately. Rest at home and do not visit the food vendors, local markets, or restaurants.
Most people consume excess salt from processed foods, such as snack foods, processed meats, instant meals, and condiments.
Instead, use fresh vegetables, ground provision, fresh meats, and natural herb seasonings, just like our grandparents did, and just like you did with this soup. We are Salt Smart.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Good morning, this is Carol from Lux Carnival, and I listen to Good Morning SKN.
We are continuing our discussion with Shaki Charles, the owner of the Nail Shack. Shaki brought some nails with her, which we are going to explore. Shaki, tell us what we have here.
Okay, so these are some sets, some custom-made sets. And the best thing about the Nail Shack is you're able to customize your nails. So you get to tell me what you like, what you don't like, what you want, what you don't want, you know? So I'm not just making any kind of nails for you, you know? So that's the best thing about the Nail Shack. I have, this is a long coffin set. This is a long coffin set.
Why is it called that?
What it?
I was wondering.
Does the shape look like a coffin?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a coffin set.
The shape of the nail.
The shape of the nail, yes.
Okay.
And then here we have a square set.
Right.
Yes.
Gorgeous,
Again, it's the shape.
Yes.
Nice.
And then we have another coffin set over here, but it's not as long as this one.
Okay.
Here we have the sizing kit. Also a big advantage of the Nail Shack press-on nails. You get nails to fit your own hand perfectly.
Exactly, because in the same way we have different size rings.
Correct.
Our finger nails also will be different sizes.
Correct. So you don't have to worry about, oh, it's too big, it's too small, because we offer our sizing kit in order for you to get the perfect match for your nail. Okay?
So what size do you think my nails are?
Something tells me she's going to do a demo.
Your size looks like more on the larger side.
Okay.
But I don't have to guess. We have the sizing kit here, so we can try them and we'll see. So I'll just demonstrate on how easy it is for you to get your own size. Okay. So here we have the different numbers of the nail tips, as well as the different fingers here. So if Alicia was doing this at home, she would take each number, just demonstrate, and size them to each of her finger, whichever one fits. This one is too big.
That's a thumb.
Yeah, the thumb looks a bit too big as well. Let me get another
So when
size.
when a customer orders your nails, you send the sizing kit as well?
Correct. The sizing kit is first.
okay.
Once we confirm the sizes, then we go ahead and make the order for you and just give them to you. We confirm the size, the design and all of that first, because I would have to know which sizing kit to give you. Is it a coffin sizing kit? Is it a square sizing kit? A medium sizing kit? I would have to know what to give you to size, because they're all different.
Okay.
Sounds very technical.
Yeah.
Things that we take for granted, guys. Seriously.
Okay, so let's say the number 2 fits Alicia perfectly. So Alicia would write here in the thumb box number 2. So I would know that I'm using a number 2 on Alicia's set. Okay, so I don't have to worry about Alicia's nails being too big or too small, or
they're just right.
Yeah, they're just right, perfectly made for her. Okay, so that's how the sizing kits work.
Okay.
And then
Good
I can demonstrate on you. Well, I have one here to demonstrate how easy it is for you to put it on.
To apply.
To apply it yourself, because that's the whole point of this. You want to be able to do this in your own time, in your own space. So I can show you guys how easy it is to apply.
Okay. Let's take it away.
Alicia's game.
No problem.
Let's go, Shaq.
Okay.
Each set comes with a prep kit, so you don't have to worry about going to, buy anything. Everything comes with the nail shack. You get your nails and you get your prep kit. That way you can do them yourself, because that's the whole purpose of it, for you to do it yourself.
Right.
Okay.
So Alicia, do it yourself.
Well, when I have an expert here.
These ones, they're fit to my hand, so I'll have to demonstrate on myself.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So first.
So this is a real do-it-yourself kind of thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Because Shaki's doing it herself.
Yes. Yes. So the first thing you want to do, and it comes with some rings here just for a little spaz.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Yeah, really cute.
Wow, so you get some accessories.
Yeah, get a little,
Yeah, you've got really cool stuff.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, so first you'll use the buffer to buff the nail. Right? Because the thing is that the nails need something to grab onto, which is your nail being rough. Okay, so you would buff your nail.
Maybe you could do 2.
Yeah. And then you really should push back the cuticle, You really should push it back so it looks more neat, and because the thing is too, you want to make it look like it's acrylic.
Right.
I see.
So then I'll take the glue.
That's a sticky factor.
Yes.
Keeps it in place.
Yes.
Is it waterproof?
It's not. It's not completely waterproof. If you use too much water on it, then it will obviously come off. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because water is used to take them off as well.
Oh, it's that easy.
Correct. You just soak them in some warm water with soap, and they come right off.
Oh, okay, so no dipping like when you have acrylic nails.
Exactly.
And
so that
acetone
comes back to that again. Faster. It's way quicker. Right. So I'll put the glue on my nail, and then take my perfectly sized nail and stick it with some pressure.
How long does that take?
In place.
Ordinarily.
Just a couple seconds.
That's it.
And you're done. I get to go out and be fly with my nails. Well, with one nail, but you get the idea. And once I'm ready to take it off, all I have to do is soak my hand in some warm water with soap, and it pops right off, and I just go about my day again being a regular person, and that's it.
All right, so you got to tell us
Easy and
where
convenient.
we can find you on social media or anything else.
Yes, I am on Instagram at the Nail Shack, thenail.shack. I'm not on Facebook, unfortunately, but I do plan on getting back there. You can also find me on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is 664-5000. Yes. So Instagram and WhatsApp for now.
Thank you so much, Jackie.
Thank you guys for having me.
You showed us exactly how it can be done, how you can look fly. So we had our outfits earlier. So now we can add our nails and look quite fly. And thank you so much. And viewers, we'll be right back after this short commercial break.
It's Infused Friday. Welcome to today's recipe. But before we get into that, let me give you some information about the benefits of H2O. Infused water adds more to your H2O. It not only gives you the same refreshed feeling that water does, but it adds flavor and nutritional benefits. Adding different combinations of herbs, fruits, and spices to your water can lead to endless combinations that are not only delicious, but extremely good for you. Helping to control bloating, because many women suffer from bloating due to excess salt or hormonal fluctuation. Water-rich foods such as lemon and cucumber can help control this problem. How does this link into relaxation? Well, if you infuse your drink with herbs that are linked to relaxation, such as sage, this often helps. What are the benefits of anti-aging? Well, if you add dark berries and pomegranate seeds, which are rich in antioxidants, this can help protect against the effects of aging. Let's talk about metabolism. Many fruits can boost your metabolism and help with weight loss, so be sure to add in your raspberries, strawberries, tangerines, and any other delicious fruit. Now, let's move on to the recipe for this Friday, which is watermelon and lemon mint. Ingredients: 1 small cup of watermelon pieces, 1 large lemon sliced, and a handful of fresh mints. Now for the directions, very simple. You just need a pitcher and add 1 small cup of watermelon sliced, 1 large lemon sliced, and a handful of fresh mint. Muddle ingredients and fill pitcher with ice water, and you're good to go. Add more to your H2O. Check out the Facebook page every Friday for refreshing infused water recipes.
If you gradually use less salt, you will gradually want less salt. Eating less salty foods will reduce your cravings for salty foods. Let's get salt smart.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
It's time for Loosen Up in preparation for our upcoming guest from the Department of Environment. Jamie and I will be talking all about Earth Day and steps that we can take to be more eco-friendly at home. So Jamie, do you use any eco-friendly practices in your home?
Turn the lights out when I'm not using it. That's a major one, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a major one. Plug out appliances, unplug appliances.
One of those weird things, I think I mentioned it before. When I was teaching, attended this workshop with this energy expert out of Jamaica. And he was just so serious about this thing that he said every time he left his home, he literally unplugged all of his devices except for the fridge.
Wow.
Television, Well, obviously the iron, or he might not have a home when he gets back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's important.
I thought it was a little fanatic, but you know, that's just my opinion. But I guess it makes sense. His electricity bill, he said, is really low, so that helps. I understand tree planting is a really big thing. We've seen that in our parts of the world, you know.
Yeah, and I think it's important too because at one point the Department of Agriculture was also pushing not only planting trees, but planting trees that give us food.
Oh.
So they were encouraging fruit trees and, you know, vegetables, things like that, that give us food at the same time.
That's great. I hate to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Right outside where we are, I don't know if you remember in the news, there were some trees that were planted by a corporate entity, and apparently those plants got stolen. And they were in the news probably 1 or 2 months ago. It was just one of those things. It's like, people, why are you going to do that? Why are you going to do that? I don't know that they ever found who it was, but I think they replanted. So, and they're still intact, thankfully.
Yeah. And trees do so much for us. You know, oxygen, etc.
Do you garden?
Pardon?
Do you garden? Do you garden?
Not lately, but I did in the recent past. Yeah, things like so in our yard we have banana trees. We also have silk fig trees. At one point we had pomegranate.
So you're making me hungry.
Yeah, and so, you know, we do plant, and we have decorative plants as well.
Yeah,
So,
those.
We do that.
Nice. Well, we talked about conserving electricity, but conserving water, that's a big one. We've talked with water experts here who say how important it is, and now that we've gotten, you know, to understand how expensive it is just to get the water to the pumps, I think we take that for granted sometimes because we think it's readily accessible. So we turn it on, and there it is. I had a strange thought once, thinking, you know what, if we had to put 25 cents into the pipe every time we had to use it at home, we probably wouldn't use it as much.
Yeah, and I think because we're blessed in St. Kitts and Nevis, although we're now feeling the effects of climate change in terms of water, we have less rain, definitely, but I guess in the past, we got accustomed to using water freely. So that is something that I think we all need to work on when we're washing the dishes, making sure that, you know, we soap first before, and not just leave the pipe running while we're washing.
Yep.
Those kind of things. And you know, even just in how we use water. Like, for example, when we're watering our plants, we can use water that we used previously to do something else.
That's true.
That kind of stuff, that's something that we really should work on in terms of water conservation, because even now it doesn't cost that much.
Yeah.
So people still
abuse
the use of water. But with climate change, I think we need to make some changes.
You're talking about washing the dishes manually. We're thinking about people now having dishwashers. What about those energy efficient devices, energy efficient refrigerators? There are appliances that have those ratings on them, so you know when you're shopping. They might cost a little more.
Yeah.
They might cost a little more, but in the end, it'll be better. Well, apparently that is all the time we have today to loosen up. We are going to go back to the straight jacket. I'm kidding. In a second, we'll be back with more Good Morning SKN on this lovely Friday morning here in St. Kitts and Nevis in a flash. Stay tuned.
Most people consume excess salt from processed foods, such as snack foods, processed meats, instant meals, and condiments.
Instead, use fresh vegetables, ground provision, fresh meats, and natural herb seasonings, just like our grandparents did, and just like you did with this soup. We are salt smart.
I'm here to St. Kitts, Nevis, with a name for us I represent for the Ministry of Health. Yeah. Respect the COVID protocols. In a time like this, all for one for all. St. Kitts Nevis. Don't forget your mask. Wear it everywhere you go. Sanitize before and after everything you do. Cause you never know what's on the surface or the places to go. Maintain a safe social distance between me and you. Keep calm and stay focused. Don't be a fool, seek the facts first. And boost your immune system up. Don't wanna lose no more of us. Mask up, furlough, sanitize, observe the protocols all about. Be wise, mask up, furlough, sanitize, me family fitting boat.
Blessed love and greetings. This is Infamous, and I am here to encourage every Kittitian and Nivision to remember that we have our part to play in the fight against COVID-19. So sanitize, wear your face mask, practice social distancing, and go and get vaccinated. For me no know about you, but me love think it's bad. Easy no man.
Salt is an important part of the human diet, but most of us consume more than we realize.
You're watching Good Morning SKN right here on Studio 327. Soul to Soul offers natural nail care products and brings a whole new experience to professional nail care here in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. Because healthy nails are beautiful nails. Earlier this month, Soul to Soul launched its Pilot Chronicles nail polish collection. And today we are joined by Petra von der Newton, an expert manicurist and photologist, as well as the owner of Soul to Soul, to tell us more about this new collection. Good morning, Petra. Welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
I'm loving the branding, by the way, because that's where I am loving the branding. Soul to Soul.
Thank you.
When you walked in here, I said you were going to be dubbed the Soul Sister. So that is your official title. That's what I'm going to call
Thank you. There you go. Thank you.
All right, so let's talk about the Pilot Chronicles.
So Pilot Chronicles is actually the collection that I have for my son, Damarni. So he is a pilot, and during his journey to becoming a pilot, he inspired me to bring out something so that when he leaves our future, his children's children, they can have something to remember that he did, and his mother recognized him, and it's for him. And then he turned 25 years in February. And before he became 25, he became a captain.
Nice.
So, in keeping with the trend of all his accomplishments and all what he has been doing, the positivity that you're getting from a young man, I said, hey, let's do this. And so he picked the colors, he named the colors, and here we are, Pilot Chronicles.
I love it. So it's his legacy.
It's his legacy, yes.
There you go.
That's great.
Yes.
All right. So tell us a bit about the nail polish. Is it all natural?
Yes, it is. So the nail polish is 10-free. 10-free meaning that in quite a number of polishes, you have certain things that actually help the polish works. So they're toxins to the body. But in this line, it's 10-free. So there are 10 things that's found in other polishes that's not found in our polish.
Okay.
So for instance, formaldehyde. The stuff that they use to embalm bodies, it's not found in our polish. Acetone, it's not found in our polish. Perfumes, we don't have that in our Soul to Soul polish. the parabens and the toluene and all those other toxin stuff, we don't have it in our polish. And you may say, well, if all these things are not in it, how does it work? It works because of the other things that are in it that are healthy for the body.
I love the fact that, you found a way to make sure, as Alicia said, that your legacy lives on through your son, and you have that Pilot Chronicles. Mm-hmm. But you said that he picks the colors.
He did.
Let's talk about the colors.
He did pick the colors. So I have a palette of colors, and I said to him, whatever inspires you, you use it to make. You have at least 12 colors that you can choose from. The minimum is 7. And so he went through the palette and he chose the colors that he thought would have represented what he experiences in the sky. Wow. So we have one by the name of Window Seat. Mm-hmm. We have one that's Gate Agent. We have another one that's Above the Clouds. We have The Sky's the Limit. The one that, when I saw it at first, I was a bit skeptical, but First Officer Tyrrell. He named one after himself. Yes, he did. So we have First Officer Tyrrell. And then we have another one called The Runway. Then we have Lady on the Runway. Wow. So each color represents what he experiences on a daily basis. And he loves to fly. This is his passion since he was a little boy. So he uses the flying experience combined with my love for healthy nails to bring and tell a story of Pilot Chronicles.
I love the names, by the way, and I'm just curious.
Pilot Chronicles?
Yeah, not just Pilot Chronicles, but you're talking about the runway, exactly, yes. And Lady on the Runway and all that.
That's his experience, because as a pilot, so as a little boy, all he wanted to be was a pilot. So you would appreciate that on Saturdays, which is one of my busiest days, I would have to close my business and take him to the airport. And we're not leaving the airport until the last plane leaves.
Wow.
That has been a passion since he was a little boy. So you never heard, if I don't become a pilot, I would like to be. Never. He was always, when I become a pilot, this is what's going to happen. When I become a pilot, so it has been, I've been hearing it for so long, I really couldn't leave it and not give him something.
Give him the support as well. Mm-hmm.
Well, he has the support of both myself, his father, and his Auntie Kay, and also my clients, because they used to have to sit through his flight simulator, taking them to wherever he felt that they needed to go for that day. Wow. So sometimes he took them to St. Martin, he took them to Antigua, those little short flights, he took them there, and he never flew on a sunny day. So there was always turbulence, there was always rain, there was always air pocket.
I can see Pilot Chronicles Part 2 when we talk about that.
So let me ask you a question about the shades then. What color would Lady on the Runway be?
What color do you think Lady on the Runway? No. Lady on the Runway is a light pink.
Oh, really?
Because Lady on the Runway, she's a lady. So Lady is classy. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just thinking like he would think. So it's a nice shade. It's a nude, nice light shade of pink.
I love these names.
And the runway would be what?
The runway would be black.
Black. Makes sense.
Black.
Pitch black.
And First Officer Tyrrell. What color do you think First Officer Tyrrell is?
Blue.
No. That's The Sky's the Limit. First Officer Tyrrell, because he's a nice little dark Caribbean boy. It's a light brown.
Oh. Interesting, the range that we have here coming from Pilot Chronicles. Wow. We'll be back to talk with you more on the other side of this break. Stay tuned, everyone.
Thank you.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Consuming excess salt can lead to heart attack, high blood pressure, and even stroke, and other health-related conditions such as kidney disease.
some veggies for dinner. Let me just check the amount of sodium in this can. Oh no, this is too much. Let me try our next option. They did say it's healthy to consume less salt. This is much better. I am salt smart.
Children, how can you tell a tsunami coming?
Teacher me.
Sammy?
My mother said when uncle jump in the pool and the water spoosh out, that's how you tell a tsunami coming.
Settle down, children, settle down. Do you remember our tsunami song?
Yes.
Mommy, Uncle not here in the other shake.
Hush your mouth.
Daddy, Uncle not here and the sea gone.
Who cares? You don't see all them free fish? Quick, give me the bag.
This is how you tell a tsunami a come. Teacher says so. I would have failed in school, you know.
Sammy, come, let me go. They would have failed anyhow. Let me run, see Sammy.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
We continue our discussion with Petra von den Newton, the expert manicurist and photologist behind Soul to Soul. Petra, you've got to tell us, what is a photologist?
Well, that's the name I gave myself.
Okay.
So I love feet. When I graduated school, the manicuring part of it, I did that because it was necessary to do that. So in school, if we had to do like 25 manicures and 3 pedicures, I had 25 pedicures and 1.5 manicures because I love feet. And I find that a lot of the times we don't realize that if our feet aren't going anywhere, we're not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. So we don't take care of our feet as we should. Mm-hmm. So I told myself I'm going to specialize in foot care and the natural nail and foot care. So what I do is look after the feet, because once the feet are healthy, everywhere else on the body would be healthy. So I have things that I make for the feet. I have fungus treatment. So if you get a fungus, I knock up something that's going to fix that.
Nice.
If you have a broken nail, I have a cuticle oil that would help to make your nails healthy and strong. Anything to do with making it healthy, I'm the photologist you need to look for.
Photologist. So I guess that leads right into the name of your business. So is that why there's a hint of that?
Soul to soul.
Soul to soul.
Soul to soul, yes, ma'am.
Okay, lovely.
All right, so let's talk about the nail polish that we see here. We have a range of colors.
Yes.
And by the way, guys, those of you at home, I was actually guessing during the break which one was First Officer Tyrrell. I apologize, I failed. But I think I got the lady on the runway correct.
Yeah, you got that right.
I got the lady on the runway.
Off.
That's it. So why don't you tell us what we have here?
So this is a range of the colors that we have that were chosen by Damarni. And this one is First Officer Tyrrell. This one is The Sky's the Limit. This one here is Window Seat. Jet Fuel.
Window seat.
Seat.
I love that. So First Officer Tyrrell.
Yes.
Sky's the limit.
Yes. Window seat. Jet Fuel.
I love it.
Because the plane isn't going anywhere without that fuel. Lady on the Runway. Blazing Trails.
That is quite vibrant.
Because sometimes when you're flying into the sunset.
I see what he did. I see what you did too.
Not me. He did it. It's all him. It has nothing to do with me. Flying into the sunset, you're seeing that orange, the setting sun, right? And then we have Above the Clouds.
Right.
And The Runway. And we also have another one called Gate Agent. Which is a nice, vibrant green.
A nice, vibrant green.
Yes.
We can actually.
And what are these in front?
This is it.
Yeah, that's a vibrant green.
Yes.
That's it. I'm wearing it on my nails.
Nice. So what do we have at the front?
So, any good nail polish would not stand up without a base coat or top coat. So the base coat is to prepare the nail to apply the color. So we do the base coat, 2 coats of color, and then the top coat to seal it in. So I realized that in order for any brand to work, you have to have everything for that.
Okay.
So we have a base coat for our brand and a top coat. And then once you do all of that, then you need to be able to keep it moisturized. So we also have our own cuticle oil. So we have the Soul to Soul cuticle oil, the Soul to Soul base coat, and the Soul to Soul top coat. And it's a quick drying polish because it doesn't have all of those toxins in it. So, you know, sometimes you polish your nails and then you go to sleep and you wake up and it's smudged. Or you go to the manicurist to get your nails done, and by the time you leave, you have to go back in to get it fixed. Not with this line. With this line, it dries quickly. And then we have our quick drying top coat that aids that process. And you're good to go pick your bag up. Hang it over your shoulder and you step through the door.
There you go. So besides nails, what else does your business offer?
So we offer manicures and pedicures. But when I say pedicures, so we don't just do a regular pedicure. We have specialized pedicures.
Please, I'm listening.
So our main feature is a deluxe pedicure where you just come and you get your nails cleaned up, you get a massage, and you're very happy with the massage and the pedicure. But then we have a hot stone pedicure. We have a paraffin pedicure. So if you have a problem with circulation, we can fix that. If you have a problem with dry feet, that would be our paraffin pedicure. And then because I love feet, I have actually named my own pedicure, which is a hot stone fire and ice pedicure, which would be a little bit of the hot stone with a little menthol to stimulate and get that blood flowing and get you feeling
so that's
all
the ice.
Fire and ice. And then I have a reflexology pedicure because you may or may not be aware that you can touch the organs of your body through your feet.
Not only.
And through your hands. That's called reflexology. So I have created a reflexology pedicure where you can just touch and get all those places that are not working regularly on, get them going.
Look at you. All right, there you go. That's why you're the expert here. So where do we reach you? How do we get in touch with you?
Okay, so I've just rebranded. So before that I used to be New Nails Plus. So I'm now on Instagram as Soul to Soul, and that's SOUL number 2 SOLE 869, or I am on Facebook as Soul to Soul, formerly New Nails Plus. Or I can be reached at 660 SOLE, which is 7653.
Nice.
Yes.
Very nice. So, Petra, it's been our pleasure having you here today.
It was a pleasure
and
being
I'm
here.
sure you'll be back at some point to tell us more about the pilot adventures.
Yes.
And Lady on the Runway.
And Lady on the Runway.
Yes, thank you.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Viewers, we'll be right back after this short commercial break.
You can lower your salt intake by reducing salty foods, removing table salt, and using salt alternatives when cooking.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
No cash, no card, no problem. Jad, embrace the freedom.
Has anyone ever touched you here, here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I coming Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
know that there are certain seasonings that contain more salt than you actually need? There are more natural, healthier ways to reduce the salt intake in your dishes by using natural things like onions, garlic, seasoned peppers, and even thyme and merengue powder.
No cash, no card, no problem. Jad, embrace the freedom.
Today is International Earth Day. This is an annual event for persons around the world to demonstrate their support for environmental protection. The theme for 2022 is Invest in Our Planet. Linnell Bonaparte, Conservation Officer in the Department of Environment, joins us today to tell us how Earth Day will be observed here in the Federation. Welcome, Linnell.
Thank you. Good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
It is a pleasure to be here. Another time on Good Morning SKN.
Yes, indeed.
So today is Earth Day, and as Alicia said, the theme is Invest in Our Planet. And the Department of Environment, we're just encouraging as many persons as possible to invest in our planet. Today we have double dates. We're Green Day, and we want as many persons in our green. You may be wondering why we're not in green, but I guess Jamie can say why we're not in green. But after we leave the studio, we are going to put on our green. So we are just encouraging persons to wear green today, as well as to take pictures and tag the Department of Environment on Facebook, or tag us on Instagram at DOESKN.
Okay.
Yes.
So first off, how do we invest in our planet?
Okay, so basically it's just doing activities that are environmentally friendly. So walking more rather than driving, and maybe it is a good thing that we have the traffic lights. It forces people to walk more. So we are encouraging persons to walk more, to unplug your chargers, to pick up litter, stop littering, you know. So all of these things we are encouraging persons to do.
All right, so I imagine as in your role as environmental officer, you've seen a lot of things that would be detrimental to our planet, and also it's important, as you said before, when we had another conversation about the younger generation, explaining to them how important this is. Do you plan to have any outreach for, schools, younger people for Earth Day?
Definitely. So today we're just whetting persons' appetites by just sharing and encouraging persons to participate. But in June is our environmental month, and we have a whole list of activities coming up. So at that time, we are going to be doing more awareness to the younger generations. This week, some members will be doing a public activity, well, next week actually, which I don't want to talk too much on it, but we will be giving preschool children coloring activities. So whether it is an activity to stop littering and those things, so preschool children will be involved in that activity. But in June, we have much more coming.
Okay, nice. So how important do you think Earth Day is in terms of how it affects the Earth?
Okay, so basically we have one Earth. And if we destroy it, where would we go next? That is the question. So we want people to think that we only have one Earth, we only have one St. Kitts and Nevis, and we must do everything in our power to protect what we have. So that is what I want people to get. Let us just work together. I don't want to go too on, but we must understand that our actions impact us.
Right.
Our actions impact us. So whether we are littering and the plastic or whatever break down into microplastics, then it bioaccumulates into the fishes, and then we later on eat it, it impacts us. So that is what we want people to know, that we only have one, and we have a right in ourselves to give the future generations what we benefit from today. They have the right to enjoy those benefits that we have today.
Absolutely right. And I think that when we're talking about Earth Day, we need to understand as well that it is a global day. It's a day for everyone. It's not just for St. Kitts and Nevis. So even though we don't feel the impacts, say, directly of, tossing plastics into the ocean, there are some countries where that's all that they have washing up on their shores. And entire communities are actually destroyed because of those things. So it's important. Again, how do you ensure that not only do you stay motivated, but you get that message out in such a way that it does make an impact beyond Earth Day?
Well, I'm somebody always posting on especially WhatsApp and encouraging persons as much as possible to do something. Sometimes when I'm in the field, I take pictures of garbage, fridge, concrete waste from housing, especially in the Half Moon area. Sometimes I go there and there is a lot of waste, and I will take pictures of it and be sarcastic. And I said, this is the result of man. Good job. Sometimes I do that, but I try as much to educate the persons around me.
Well, I think it's a campaign that's definitely working. You're here today to raise awareness, so definitely a good job on that front, Lina. I tell you,
And also we can even look at the fact that you mentioned something that what we do affects us, but we have along our coast the seas, the Caribbean Sea, the Atlantic Sea, and what we do goes wherever it ends up. I think there is actually something, is the Great Garbage Plastic
Island
Heap, right?
Yes.
Where all the plastics from around the world accumulate. Is it in the Pacific or something like that?
I can't recall where, but I know of it.
Right.
And just to give an example, sometimes when we are on the Keys Beach, sometimes we see bottles from neighboring countries. So we actually know that the waste is leaving from that neighboring country and is coming here. So that is a proof. So we might have waste, St. Kitts bottles in other neighboring Caribbean countries.
Yeah, not the kind of international interaction we want. So I'm glad that you're here to talk to us about this. We'll take a break and we'll be back in a moment, everyone. Stay tuned.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Has anyone ever touched you here, here, or here? Well, these are actually bad touches, not good ones. And so, if anyone ever touches you in these areas or anywhere else that makes you uncomfortable, you must say no, then go and tell. Say it with me. Say no, then go and tell.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with Probation and Child Protection Services, the Ministry of Health, and the Pan American Health Organization.
I wear a mask because I want to protect my child, but also I want to protect his classmates and his teachers.
I wear a mask because I care about the frontline workers who will have to work even harder if those around me get sick.
I wear a mask to protect my family. I wear a mask to protect you. I wear a mask because it is the right thing to do.
I wear a mask because I don't want to put any vulnerable individuals at risk, like my elderly loved ones.
I wear a mask because
we are all in this together.
It is Earth Day that we're commemorating, and that is why we are again blessed with the green background. That being said, we are speaking about Earth Day with Linnell Bonaparte, Conservation Officer in the Department of Environment, and the Department of Environment. Tamaju. You know what, Linnell, introduce.
Yeah, so I have Tamaju here, which is my colleague from the Department of Environment, and also I have a next colleague here, Dr. Josephine Ekon from the Keyon High Environmental Club. And today we're just going to be doing some poses for you, what you can do on Earth Day, and tag the Department of Environment on Facebook or Instagram. So I'm going to allow Jamie to pick from the bag first.
You come bearing gifts. All right, let's see what I got. Bring your own bottle or container when purchasing food. Alrighty. So this is me getting ready to take my own container. Alicia, you pick.
Oh,
again.
okay.
And that way we can do this all at once, I suppose.
Okay. And I got plant a tree.
And I got do not litter or pick up litter. Walk or bike to school or work.
All right, so this is how we're going to do it, guys. So we're going to be taking poses based on what we have. Mm-hmm. So that means that we're going to have to go down. And again, I'll reread, so we'll need you to follow us. Bring your own bottle or container when purchasing food. So that puts me right over here. Forgive me, ladies. I'll have to get right into the middle of you. That's right. And I will have my bottle and my container.
Mm-hmm. And strike a pose.
And strike a pose. Whoa, there you go. I don't know how you do that. I really don't know how you do that. I'm just going to say cheese. Here we go. All right, so this is me bringing my bottle, and it's going to end up on the Facebook page, I gather, if we've got pictures or whatever we've got. And it's as easy as that, guys. Earth Day. and I'll get out of your way. I think, Alicia, you're next.
Well, actually, no, I'm going to let one of the persons from environment go, and maybe Lynette can say again who the person is and what they're going to do.
Okay, so Dr. Ekon is here. She has do not litter or pick up litter. So she is going to take a pose picking up litter.
There we go.
Strike a pose.
Yeah, you're caught in the act, Doctor. At least you're doing a good thing.
Yeah, I can go next. And mine is plant a tree. So let me see. What can I pretend to do now? Okay,
At least so planting a tree in the studio, guys. If it grows.
I know, on the stage. So I do have a tree. So I'm gonna look as though I'm planting a tree. So I'll do a pose. I'm about to fork into the ground. So I'll do this. I'm planting a tree, in the process of planting a tree.
There we go, guys. Alicia.
Yep.
Is giving us the beanstalk. That we'll climb after.
Okay, and mine is unplug appliances. Many times we leave our chargers plugged in at home. So when I'm finished charging my phone or whatever, I just take it out the wall. So I'll take a picture, taking it out of the wall.
Imaginary wall this time, but we got the idea. Yes.
And then last we have Tamaju, who is encouraging us to walk more today. And she has on her sneakers.
Got the sneakers. Yes, you have to walk. This is your runway to measure.
Yes, so those are just some poses that you can do today on Earth Day, and tag the Department of Environment or tag us on Instagram at DOE-SKN.
That's lovely. So I think we need to bear in mind that the activities that we do today shouldn't just be for today, but it should become a lifestyle in terms of helping to preserve our environment.
Yeah, they're easy to do. I mean, they're habit forming as well. So, especially picking up the litter, Doctor. All right. Well, we want to thank you for coming by and talking about this important initiative and even giving us a little bit of fun. We've got the photos to prove, we've got the videos to prove how easy it is, so we want to thank you again for that. And also we want to thank all of you on the other side of the screen for joining us today for another edition of Good Morning SKN. It has been Fashion Friday. It began that way. It's ended with Environment Day, and that's good because any day is a fun day to be with us at Good Morning SKN. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and even TikTok at Studio 327 Inc. There's no excuse, guys. It's so easy to remember. It's Studio 327 Inc. Like, subscribe, follow, and share.
Yes, and we do hope that the rest of your day is pleasant. See you on Monday at 8 a.m. when you start your morning with us here on Good Morning SKN. Bye.